So welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport 7's career playthrough, and yeah, I do apologise for the long wait for this one, because obviously like I stated in my update video, I had PC issues, not just in terms of my old one, but also in terms of getting my new one. But nonetheless, we're back to it, and yeah, we're going to do a showcase event episode. So we're going to do all four, so that's a Porsche 911 High Speed Chase, the Ken Block 4 GT350R 1-on-1, the GT Racing Reborn, and then the Desert Dingo Bowling. So yeah, we'll do the Porsche first, and then we'll just go along and then down. So yeah, let's see what this one's all about.
I remember the first time I saw a 911 Turbo in the streets of Montreal, and how beautifully wide and sculpted that vehicle was. And again, you could see the ethos of the vehicle speaking through the way it was shaped, the width, the size of that rear wing, the vents on it, the size of the wheels, the brakes. I mean, it was obvious that vehicle was meant to thrill you. It was such an alien vehicle in the midst of all these boring vehicles.
Right, so we're at Road Atlanta for one lap, and I think we've got to pass, yeah, several vehicles, I think. But nonetheless, let's get going. In a pretty solid racing vehicle from Porsche. Oh no, it's just a normal race. Never mind. But we're in with several different... Oh yeah, this is it. So basically, it goes. Each car sets off at certain intervals, and then we've obviously got to chase them down. So it's going from the newest to the well, the oldest to the newest in the grid. Shows the kind of variety that this game has in terms of Porsches. With so many different versions from so many different years. And we do have acceleration on our side, but we do not have top speed. This is a racing car, it's got plenty of aerodynamics going for it. So I'm not sure whether or not we're going to be able to overtake anything that's, you know, quicker than us on that back straight. So we're going to have to catch up before then. Sorry, bit of oversteer there on my part. I'm not sure how we're supposed to do this. Well, we're going to have to try that again. I think I was a little bit too cautious on the first half of the lap, not taking advantage of the car's superior handling and braking. So yeah, we'll restart that one. So yeah, we're going to have to be a lot better on terms of the brakes and doing the handling. Just skip through all this. Right, so yeah, let's go again. So yeah, we can easily catch up the first two vehicles that are going to be setting off, because they are much older than what we're in right now. But the modern cars, 90s onwards, they're a bit more difficult. Especially the likes of the GT3 RS and I think it's the 911 Turbo S that we've got to catch up with. Because obviously they are by no means slow in comparison to this car. I mean, the GT3 for instance is basically a version of this, just road version. Well, we're in a better position than we were last time round at this point. Damn it. Went a little bit too on the grass there. Oh, yeah, there we go. So you have to be a little bit rough towards the end there, because obviously you're dealing with several cars in a row and you only got very minimal amount of track left. But we did it, second time's the charm. So yeah, let's get on to what is going to be the second showcase event for this episode. Right, with that one done, we've won that car that we just raced. So yeah, let's move on to the Ken Block Ford GT350R one-on-one. Now I really like this Mustang, so I do hope that we win. So let's get going.
When it's you against another driver, that's when the pressure is on. You know your target, you know what you have to do, and there's really two sides of the coin. You're trying to capitalize on their mistakes when you're behind them, and once you're in front of them, the pressure is on you to not make any mistakes for them to capitalize on. So just the straight two-car battle is still one of the great things in racing.
A little bit different on the game though, mate. AI are not the greatest. But yeah, we've got 2 laps at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, so yeah, let's get going. Easily one of the best Mustangs ever made, this. Pretty much everything got going for it. Just the engine noise alone is worth it for this car. Never mind all the power. Far better engine than previous Mustangs. And the looks, the handling. Which I am not showing off. Oh dear. Where he was going then. Ow. Guess that was a bit of payback from before. To be honest, he came off better out of it anyway, so you know. we go, that's a good corner to overtake on, that is. The AI tend to brake way heavier than you do, and don't really attack the apex all that much. As you can see, it's a perfectly legal move because it did not dirty my lap up. So yeah, there we go. About to win this fantastic Ford Mustang. It's kind of a you know, showcase of how great the car is as well. It's just providing a decent event to try out on. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, let's move on to the third showcase for this episode. And there we go, we won it. Pretty rare car, and a fantastic one as well. It's actually moved our collection score up a bit. Right, so yeah, let's move on to the third one. Moments in Motorsport GT Racing Reborn.
Race fuel is something that you can smell blocks away. It is a visceral moment, and you just feel good because you know you're about to hear something scream across the track, make big power. There's something that just, it's like fireworks in your soul. To be trackside and to hear cars when they go by you. You know, I always tell fans, if you want to go to a race and see it, it's not lap 1, it's lap 2. When they come by wide open and you feel the insides of your body shake from that horsepower and that speed as they just fly by you, that's something special.
Right, so we're at Watkins Glen full circuit for 6 laps. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty grueling race. It's easily one of the most laps we've done on a race on this series. But nonetheless, let's get going. I don't think I've driven this Audi a game from Forza before. I know it has been on previous Forza games, but I can't remember driving it. It's hardly slow. Why they're all braking so eagerly. Getting some very fast car. Oh right, it's different divisions, that's what. I get it. That's cool. So I'm first place in my division, and there's the far faster division is up front. So I just got to concentrate on the cars behind me. Whether or not these cars behind me are also in my division, I don't know. They might have been the slow cars out of the ones that are in front. Seem far faster than me. Oh dear, what was I doing there? Certainly seem far faster than me in some regards. Yeah, they are. Division ahead. Go on then, you go on. You probably are as well, yeah. I think basically anyone with a giant wing and not looking like a normal car is someone that's not in my division. I have no idea what the twizzly thing is on the roof, but I like the fact that they've actually put that detail in. See it or not in certain parts, but it's moving quite frantically. Imagine that might well be the pit radio. Why I had such a good start on that first lap. this is a pretty fast vehicle, plenty of acceleration. Certainly got the handling and the braking. To be honest, I'm probably not even pushing this car as hard as it can go. By the way, I have been performing some tests on my computer to see the kind of games that we can play in fairly decent quality. I tried out some BeamerG drive tests. I managed to get about 6 vehicles on the screen at once, crashed them all into one another, had fire, smoke, obviously dust particles, physics and stuff like that, and the computer handled it perfect. No frame rate drops, no stutters, no nothing. So in terms of actually just playing it on my own, with no recording or anything like that, it's perfectly good. Now obviously I've got to try and record at the same time. So I will be doing more tests, and I hope to have at least a video of that out before the end of next week. Because I've got a fair few ideas for it. Now I'm not going to be the, have the most vehicles on the screen at once or the most destruction, because it's sort of not what I'm into. I'm more into the finer details, into what cars do when they crash. So we'll be definitely looking into that kind of stuff. While performing some odd tests, some inspired by the likes of Top Gear, others just inspired by the kind of things that are on the game to use. To see what kind of vehicles can deal with certain punishments. Got any ideas for BeamerG Drive yourselves? Just post a comment and I'll look into it. Obviously there are plenty of mods out there as well to try out. For starters, I am just going to use the basic vehicles and props that are on the game from standard. I'll just see what I can do with them first. That sounds a little bit boring, oh dear. But I'm still getting used to playing the game, getting used to all the controls, etc. So I don't expect the smoothest of videos with that game, but it should hopefully be a little bit different to what other people do. As for other games, I will probably, if it works, because I've not tested it yet, but I will probably play for the campaign I think there is on the Wreckfest, and then do individual kind of videos with certain cars. That again is like BeamerG updating quite regularly, to be honest. We're really not suffering from any competition on this showcase, are we? Yeah, I'm enjoying driving this vehicle. Certainly see why people would like such a thing on this game. Yeah. Oh, damn. Lack of concentration there on my part. I do apologise. This is easily one of my favourite circuits as well, so it's like one of those ones that I use when I'm testing out a new car, especially if it's a fast one. It has handling and braking capabilities that other tracks wouldn't be able to expose or get the best out of. So yeah, this along with like the Virginia International Raceway and the Top Gear test track and Road Atlanta, they're usually the 4 I test out cars most on. I like the Virginia International Raceway full circuit, the 4.25 mile one most though, just because it's got a great combination of big long straights, sweeping corners and slow corners as well that come up at you quick and fast though, because even if they are somewhat slow, they are one after the other in quite quick succession, so it does make for fun driving if you're in a slow car. Well, we're nearly finished. Sorry this hasn't been as eventful as the previous 2 races. For whatever reason I got a stellar start at the first lap and no one has really come close. I was expecting this to be quite a tough race, to be honest. Especially considering I have not familiar with any vehicle that's like kind of like this, so I expect to be into learning and racing at the same time, but instead I'm more hot lapping it. Luckily we are on our last lap because the front wheels have started to lose some grip. We've gone yellow on the tyre indicator. There we go. Do apologise, it wasn't the most exciting thing ever, it's basically just hot lapping this car for 6 laps, but at least we got to see this car in full action on a great track. Yeah, I don't know why they weren't able to keep up, because look, they're in P class. Oh no, it's the R class ones that I'm supposed to look at anyway. But even so, that Mazda RX-7 is hardly slow. Just wondering what other vehicles were in there. They were quite far behind, so best leave it. Oh no, there we go. For a BBLM. Why aren't they upgraded to the standard that mine is? Should have been. Makes no sense. No wonder I was so far ahead, considering I've got a massive PI advantage. Well, nonetheless, let's move on to the final showcase event for this episode. Well, there we go. Quite a rare car again. What should be considering these are all only available via the showcase event or auction house. Right, so let's move on to the fourth and final one. Desert Dingo Bug Bowling. So let's get going.
If I was going to bowl using a car as a ball, I would want to consider my frontal surface area. I'd want to consider the mass of the car. I'd want to consider the grip of the car on presumably the oiled lane. And I'd want to consider the safety record of that car because I'm going to be hitting some pins at speed.
Well, don't worry, we're on a game. Safety really isn't an issue. So yeah, let's get going. If you don't know, this car is actually a more powerful version of the standard VW, a racing Baja version. So it's more power. It's actually got more weight, I think, but it's got more power. But even so, it's still not a massive amount, because obviously it's a Beetle. Beetles are only ever going to have a certain amount of power in them. Unless you're like me and you like making them extremely powerful. Well, we're going to have to try this one again by the looks of things. About 50,000 off. Right. So we're going to have to be a little bit slower so we can get more of those pins, because I was kind of flooring it in some parts there. So yeah, I'll see you when we get back to going through it. Right, let's try again. I'm not going to give this too many goes. I'll probably only do this second go and see how we get, because I don't want to be doing this all day. Pretty good. Attacking from the right angle. I'm going for the right ones, obviously. Well, it's better than last time, but yeah. This is one that I'm going to have to do on my own, obviously, because I'm not all that good. So yeah, nonetheless, I would say that was a bit as hard as that Ford SVT Cobra autocross that we did, that I eventually had to do in my own time. But nonetheless, that's all the showcase events for the final cup in the playthrough. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Most of it was good. I didn't find that race with the Audi all that fun, but it's only because I got a lightning start for some reason and stayed ahead of everyone else for no reason whatsoever. Frankly, because I wasn't exactly all that great driving that car. Certainly didn't get the full start of it. But nonetheless, good showcase events, giving you some nice cars there, and yeah, some extra variety to your garage. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.